Well, don't call me clown.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you clown.
Don't call me clown, Mustache.
All right, Mustache, don't call me clown, is all I'm saying.
Joe, Murr, Sal, and Q. Is there anything that these guys won't do? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Impractical Jokers pranks.
To the people of Pittsburgh.
We're in Long Island.
They were the best audience we ever played for. We can already tell you guys aren't gonna be nearly as good.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we've gathered the finest and funniest moments from TV's Impractical Jokers. Any standard Joker scene is in with a shot, but we're not including end-of-show punishments.
Oh! It's my worst nightmare. Oh my God.
Number 10. Fake charity.
The catch is we don't know what the charities are because we've written them for each other.
Yeah, we've got to read the name out loud and get a donation. If you can't get any donations, you lose.
We start at Mike's Donut Shop, where the Jokers pose as cashiers, trying to convince customers to back some highly questionable causes. From hand jobs across America to colonics for kids to give a fat kid some fruit. The guys don't know what's coming until they reveal it to their target. And some think on their feet better than others.
This fake charity is the best fake charity out there.
Murr lands a sweet victory with fake charity, while Q finds success with unconventional animal rights. But Sal falls hysterically short when pitching a funeral fund. And Joe, who's tasked with taking on the church, fails altogether.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to give me a dollar?
I think
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Number 9. Hot Mannequin Love.
I just started dating this lady. She's got a kid.
I just started dating this lady. She's got like a kid.
This season 4 episode sees the guys step in at a sports clothing store, with Q especially excited in his new role. He warms up by posing as the world's worst step-parent before setting his sights on more unsuspecting shoppers, and forcing them to take a long, hard, and hilariously awkward look at a store mannequin.
What do you think of that, what do you think of that dress?
Fed lines by the other Jokers, Q suggests that the molded plastic person is the perfect lover, clothes on and clothes off. His hot-blooded antics prompt bewildered looks, and the green dress goes unsurprisingly unsold before he whisks it away for another night of romance.
Pick it up and walk away.
Number 8. Cutting the line on Broadway.
What do we have to do, gentlemen? Cut that line.
It's one of the show's earliest setups, and the birthplace for one of its best recurring gags. The Jokers are in New York City, and at the wrong end of an outrageously long line for theater tickets. But waiting is not an option. Murr's photography tactics bring him some success, while Sal's lack of strategy gets him busted early on. Q's the only one to make it to the ticket booth, but Joe's attempt is most memorable thanks to Larry.
Larry! Larry! I was calling you, Larry!
The non-existent friend sees Joe skip past swaths of patiently waiting people before security gets wise, and he gets caught. It's not the last we hear of Larry, though, who regularly appears in later episodes.
My friend was looking for you before.
Really?
Yeah, the ticket line. He was looking for you at the supermarket. He was looking for you at the shoe store. He couldn't find you anywhere.
Larry! Larry!
Number 7. A case of mistaken identity.
Here we go. Send in the angry customer.
While some scenes require help from extra actors, it's rare that they take center stage. Until now. For a challenge called Did I Deserve That?, the guys pose as convenience store cashiers and await a disgruntled customer who's armed with a cup of water. For Joe, Murr, and Sal, the joke plays out without a hitch, amid some hilarious excuses for their unexpected treatment.
What's going on?
I kept putting mosquitoes in his house.
I kept putting mosquitoes in his house.
But Q's turn sees the ruse go wrong. The actor enters the store as planned, but walks right by the Joker and mistakenly targets someone else, drenching him instead. The gaffe sparks chaos behind the scenes, and the clip has its own soaking wet spot in Joker's history.
What does this mean for my
I think it means you win. I clearly didn't deserve it.
Number 6. Shopping cart toilet paper.
Whenever a cart
from a shopper goes in between those two green lines, it's open season on shooting from both sides.
Somebody enters the hot zone, the game starts.
Yes.
Best 2 out of 3.
As we approach our halfway point, it's time for some head-to-head supermarket sport. The rules of Stock Boy Shootout are simple. Whoever gets the most toilet paper into a random shopper's cart wins. It's comedy gold. But the game itself is surprisingly tense. The first match sees Murr take on Q before Joe and Sal battle it out.
And
She's in the field. She's in the field.
she's in play.
Oh!
1.
Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. Joe goes. Oh!
Both contests bring high scores, perfect shots, some sensational showboating, and some very confused shoppers. Murr secures the only outright win, defeating Q 2-1, while the second bout ends in a score draw. It's an Olympic sport of the future.
All right, it's a tie. It's a tie.
Just chalk it up to a tie, man.
All right. Tie.
That's a tie. That was a tie. That was a gift.
Number 5. Scoopski Potatoes.
Guys, what are we doing here?
Scoop potatoes, buddy.
No. There's your mistake. We're Scoopski Potatoes.
How much fun can you have with a bowl of mashed potatoes? What's the Scoop sees the guys step in at a restaurant, tasked with randomly dispensing potatoes to diners who did not order them. Once again, they each opt for different strategies, some with more success than others. Murr's distraction tactics are quickly foiled, and Q's single scoop proves a big mistake. But Joe lands the limelight with an original idea and the invention of another show slogan.
Scoopski Potatoes, Scoopski Potatoes, Scoopski Potatoes, Scoopski Potato, bang!
Scoopski Potatoes is crazy but effective, and scores Joe a clear victory. It's a lesson in how to overcome awkwardness. Just apply an ambiguous accent and create an annoyingly catchy jingle.
That's a taste of victory right there.
Number 4. White Castle Freeze.
2 pulled pork. It's right on the screen there. Pulled pork.
3 cheeseburgers.
White Castle customers have encountered the Joker's chaos on multiple occasions, not least when the guys took over at a drive-thru with outrageous results. But Q's statuesque performance as a cashier in the first ever episode is still the show's finest fast food moment. What seems to be an ordinary transaction transcends into a splendid standoff when the Joker freezes while inspecting a $20 bill.
Q, hold up the money high and freeze.
The would-be diner appears confused at first, but his incredible patience is what makes this scene so great. Q hits the pause button for almost 5 minutes in total, before completing the sale as if nothing out of the ordinary had happened.
18, and your order will be coming up shortly. Thank you, Chick. Thank you. Unbelievable. Oh my God.
Number 3. Hey Mustache.
Are you French? Yeah. Oh.
I hate the French.
I gotta be honest, I hate the French.
A supermarket stunt, which also appears in the show's first episode. The worst cashiers ever skit sets a blueprint for countless Joker's gags ever since. As each of the 4 friends takes over a cash at Costco, they're equipped with an earpiece and must repeat whatever they're told to say no matter what. Murr destroys a poor guy's payment method. Sal sweet-talks an older woman in front of her husband, and Joe completes his task by a nose. But Q's mistreatment of a mustachioed man has gotta be the highlight, even if the top lip in question is unamused by his comments.
I'm sorry, Mustache.
Don't call me Mustache.
Don't call you.
And let's go on, all right?
Number 2. The dentist appointment.
Yes. Come in. Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. So you're here for an extraction consultation?
Get a tongue depressor, make him say, ah.
A curtain raiser for the Joker's second season, the Holy Molar Challenge sees the guys stand in as hugely underqualified dentists. For their 4 unlucky patients, an already nerve-inducing appointment is about to get much worse, and a whole lot weirder.
I need you to hold on to this mirror.
He looks like a mad scientist.
Tasked with doing and saying whatever their friends instruct. This prank features Q fooling around with a suction rod, Murr spinning around the treatment room, and Joe delivering an off-the-cuff vocabulary lesson. Sal's reaction is what stands out most, however. When you spin a guy 360 and leave him dangling in the room all alone, there's really nothing left to do but laugh. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Ethiopians.
Mexicans. Oh, no, it's just a little bit of everybody. Everybody tastes busting my hump. Filipinos.
Now, before we administer CPR, everyone has a moment of truth.
Is this person too gross to save?
Is this person too gross to touch?
Now, guys, this is available for sale. I'm in a tough spot right now.
Got evicted last week.
I got evicted last week.
Put your paint down. Take your hat off and start going table to table with your hat out in your hand.
And to beg for money.
Oh my.
Number 1, stealing food.
I wouldn't eat those.
Why are you over here bothering us? We're not bothering you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you.
We finish at an all-you-can-eat buffet for a feast of Joker's fun. The premise is pretty straightforward. Steal as much food as you can off of other people's plates. But put that plan into action and all hell breaks loose. Today's winner proves too much for Q, who decides he'd rather go hungry. But the others make an admirable effort.
Oh my God, delicious.
Sal dons an accent, Joe finds the beat, and Murr pulls a classic look the other way trick. Each has its own merits, but Murr wins this one, while his pals shudder under the appalled stares of everyone they've robbed. Whoever said there's no such thing as a free lunch was wrong.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Man, that's gonna hurt us.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.